嘿，大家好，我哋又翻嚟刺客信條維京啦。然後我哋終於翻嚟我哋嘅領地啦，我哋好耐冇翻過嚟。
Good day。
想同佢講嘢啊？點解佢有得同佢講嘢
Finir, welcome to our
係喎，
home.
係佢嚟嘅，我已經唔記得
May you
咗。
find a second wind here, one to fill your sails and send you across the world and back.
That is an image I will fix in my mind, Wolf-Kissed. Happy to be aboard.
梗係高興啦！我哋係呢個傳奇嘅維京戰團。哇，好押韻。點解唔係押韻，係好棘口啊？
I would like to reorganize the...
係咪有得轉人啊？哦，呢個係嗰個白拿，咁梗係轉佢哋啦。但係呢個又好靚女喎，呢個好似老嘅女神轉呢個白拿，呢個係白拿，呢一個就轉佢啦。好冇？好啊，咁啊。
Found who you needed？
冇啊，走。
I'm off.
拜拜。我可唔可以起嘢啊？哦，咁重。我可以起刺青，刺青咯，好唔好啊？紋身。其實我幾想紋身嘅，現實嚟講。但係呢啲嘢要諗得好清楚噶嘛，同埋香港有啲唔係咁接受紋身咯。
You seem sad, Gunnar.
I am. Sven was a good friend to me over the years.
Was? What do you mean?
Oh no, Eivor. You've been away.
哦，佢死咗啊！
Sorry to
我都唔
say.
知佢係邊個。
Sven passed away not 2 nights ago in his sleep.
No.
哦，我知呢
How's
個。
Tovi?
Taking it hard, very hard. You ought to go and have a word with her. Far as I know, she's barely left his grave. Anyhow, you probably need something, eh?
咦，我個紋身鋪頭咧喺前面，去睇下先。
Hey, my boy.
吓，佢同邊個講嘢？喺邊啊？我個紋身鋪頭啊，呢個。豬啊，係好污糟，傻。成功。我唔中意我哋嗰個維京旗啊，個符號有冇得轉？喺邊啊？吓？嗰個紋身師傅死咗 ，RIP。咁我起嚟做乜嘢？佢一定要我同嗰個女人講嘢先肯俾我紋身啊？定同佢講嘢呢？我係咪應該要關心下我自己嗰啲村民？我好勁似呢個動物之心，其實我有玩動物之心，但係好難拍片。邊先係佢啊？呢個係佢啊？唔係喎，前面佢唔好叫我幫佢做嘢。雖然 RIP， 但係係咯，唔好叫我幫。
I don't know how to draw without your hand to guide me.
我一定要安慰佢，相信自己，相信自己。
Tovi.
Eivor, it's Sven. He passed while I was away.
哇！啲花飛起晒嘅，
Tovi, I'm sorry I wasn't there.
全你喺度，
No
你都
one
救唔
was.
到佢噶啦。
We had planned to brand Tekla's barrels that morning, and we talked about what we might have for supper. And when I went to collect him, he was in his bed, sleeping, I thought. But he was already gone.
I'm sure he went in peace.
But he
Di fa
went
what the-
with plans. Things he wanted to do, things he
係
meant
畢
to
咗
do.
咯啲花。
His death was so empty, not like in our stories.
靜靜聽佢講。
When we tell stories, the old and wise, they have this calm about them. They know when their end has come and they are ready. Sven wasn't ready, and I wasn't ready either. He was supposed to teach me things. I'm still learning. Everyone looks at me like I will simply carry on his work, as if nothing happened. Because they don't know. They don't know I'm not ready.
Life may ask more of us than we are prepared to give.
好慘啊！
But all we can do is
雖然我
our
有喺
best.
度。 好唔同情佢，又唔係
I
話好
was
唔
not
同情
prepared to
佢。
lose my parents. But in a
哦，
flash,
係喎，係
they
佢
were
嘅故
taken
仔。
from me. I pressed on, determined to live.
That must have been punishing. But you are so strong and so determined.
Someone else might have done better than me, or worse. But this was the fate woven for me, so I live it.
你睇下，我哋先似係佢哋嘅領袖
I know
啊！
Sven believed in you, in your craft.
我哋阿哥
So do
咧
you
去
believe
咗
in
邊啊？我10年都
You
冇
trust
見過佢。
He was the most skilled artist I have ever known.
原來佢係佢老公嚟㗎。
And he chose you. You may step up
我
or
真心
step
以為係
down,
佢
whatever you
個女
decide.
咯，
But know that he had faith in you.
定係佢個徒弟嚟咋？
Thank you, Eivor.
哦，
I need to get home.
Be strong, Toby.
我都同意
And
佢
know
需要
you're
翻屋企
valued.。
但係咁好嘅，即係同佢講嘢啦，連選擇都唔使選擇，然後佢就當咗我做完呢個任務。但係我哋去同阿嫂講嘢，然後先去睇下有冇紋身，其實都冇咩，都係嗰幾個。
Push me any further, Holger, and I will make you eat that wretched.
Rowan,
做咩嗌
Holger,
交啊？佢哋
why all this shouting?
Eivor, thank Tyr.
I heard shouting. Is something wrong?
Holger robbed me, and I demand he be punished.
Robbed is a pointed word. Does the deer rub the stream when she takes a drink? Does a cow rub a field when he crops on sweet grass?
Eivor, this matter requires sensitive judgment.
嚇
Will you?
唔可以喎。
Of course.
佢特登坐喺張凳度。
From the beginning, please.
嚇、真係要揀㗎？
Well now, there is no excuse too small, I see. Nothing to keep you from coveting that seat, is there?
In Sigurd's absence, who has better claim to
一
oversee
定唔
these
係佢咯，
disputes?
即係大家。
You might leave them to work it out for themselves, but that would mean letting go, would it not?
係啊，佢真係好煩，好想快啲殺佢。
Please start again. Tell me all that has happened.
I will start. I have been falsely accused by this Saxon Philistine.
A filly what? Are you mocking me?
Silence, please. I will hear both of your complaints and render a decision, awarding compensation if needed. Understood?
我要聽下你嗰個講法
Rowan,。tell me your version of these events.
As you are aware, Holger and I are neighbors. Near enough that I often catch him at my stables, stealing my tools.
Borrowing.
Holger, let him speak.
Stealing, borrowing. My point being, I have always allowed him to use whatever he pleased. I greatly admire your Norse generosity and had hoped to match it. But this morning, Holger stretched the limits of my grace. Entering my stables for their feed, I found my most beautiful, gentle mare stripped of her tail. Bereft, not a strand in sight. I am ashamed to say my natural suspicion drew me to
可以做啲咩啊？
and how right I
剪
was.
晒佢隻
But
馬
when I
同尾
peered
啊！
across the lane, there he was, gripping a horsetail brush slathered with indigo, dragging it across a sheet of
Painting, Rowan. I was painting.
但係你都唔
You
可以
make it
剪人
sound
隻
so
馬㗎。
crude.
You see? Such willful arrogance. It will take ages for Ilgifu's tail to reach its former length. I demand compensation.
I understand. Thank you, Rowan.
係啊，咁佢嗰
Holger,
個講法。
let me hear your side.
Eivor, you have known me as a skald for years. You have seen how my poems bring life and joy and wisdom to our people. And you know that my work requires a certain, let us say, freedom to make
咁
use
佢
of
都
the
唔可
rare
以擅自
resources to
剪人嚟隻
compose
馬
my
㗎。
verses.
嗰條
Often
尾
when
巴
lacking the proper tools, I have made use of novel items. Alvis's walking stick, Tovy's inks, all were given gladly.
You cut off my horse's
係咯，但
tail
係
to
佢
make a
唔願
brush,
意啊嘛，
you
即係
bleed.
羅溫。
As I was saying, this morning in the throes of poetic reverie, I realized that my latest piece required delicate
咁你咪問
brushwork.
人哋可唔可
I
以
could have
咯
used a frayed stick, some cloth, my hands, but no. I needed something gentler, softer, to make a perfect brush. I needed the fine hairs of a well-raised horse. And so I availed myself of a local
唔係
resource.
藉口啦。
You clipped Alfgafu's tail to the rump without
係啦，
asking.
同意
It
啊。
was early. I did
咁你咪
not
等
wish to
咯。
wake you.
Thank you, Holger. I believe I understand your position. I believe I have heard enough. If you will...
My horse looks like a fool, Eivor. No handsomer than a donkey now. You must do something.
Do not conflate hair with beauty, Rowan. She remains radiant.
佢完全覺得自己
Elgifer's
冇
hair
錯
will
咯，我
grow
覺得呢
back
個
in
問
no
題係。
time.
Quiet, both of you. Now
我已
listen.
經決定好啦。羅溫係啱嘅，羅溫係嗰個馬嗰個主人，羅溫
Holger,
係啱嘅。
Rowan is clearly in the right. You sheared the tail from his horse without gaining permission.
I borrowed the tail. Borrowed.
你睇
Does the
佢，
reality of regrowth not make this a victimless crime?
It is a
咁我可唔
two-victim
可以
crime,
剪咗你啲
Holger.
頭髮啊？因
Though
為
they
佢
are
會再生
unharmed,
翻
you
出
took
嚟，
without
唔可
asking,
以
and that will
嘛
not do. As the horse's value has diminished significantly, you will pay Rowan its market price.
But the horse was not for sale. Rowan, admit it.
My decision is final, Holger. Pay what you owe, and meet tomorrow as friends.
And if I do, may I keep the horse?
嚇。
Pay the man and be done with it. Rowan, does this satisfy you?
It does. Thank you, Eivor.
Good. Then by Tyr's blessing, let this matter rest. We're done
我
here.
覺得我呢個決定好
Return to your
好。
homes in peace.
係咪啊
Would you allow me to pay you with a vibrant
聽下佢哋
painting?
講嘢。
After all, in some ways you helped in its creation.
Absolutely not. Silver is the only color I wish to see from you.
所以佢哋依家唔係朋友啦。希望佢哋仲係朋友啦，即係我都算解決咗呢件事啊嘛。我覺得好完美，我解決得係咪啊？呢度邊個嚟㗎？閱讀嚇佢走咗，等陣佢走咗，點解佢可以走咗？我哋都冇俾佢走。咩㗎？吓？佢中意咗我？佢中意咗我？佢中意咗我 ？What the fuck？吓？我唔想同佢講嘢咯。佢中意咗我。都
Oh,
OK 嘅。
hello, Eivor. Good day. That Holger, he is
佢中意咗我。
quite a character.
I almost envy him. To see the world through such a muddy glass and live with such petty concerns. He hasn't a care in the world.
Let's not walk too far with that idea. I need you right where you are.
East Anglia is with us. Their King Oswald has pledged his loyalty to us.
Eivor Kingmaker, we shall call you soon.
真係咯，我哋整咗2個皇帝 total。
Some interesting news.
點解我又升
King
咗級嘅？
Chielvulva sent Chielbert to Shropshire.
哦，
He hopes to
所
install
以
him as
佢走
alderman there.
咗。
Good for Gilbert. He should do well considering all he has learned
然後
from
咧
you.，
佢係咪要同
I
我
gave
試
him
愛
only a taste of my knowledge. The rest he will need to figure for himself. One more thing. I do not know if you heard, but Svend passed away a short time ago. The poor man slipped away in his bed.
Yes, I'd heard. The poor man. I wish I could have spent more time with him before the end.
I think we all wish that. Tovi most of all.
佢哋係咩關係啊？然後咧，哦又要揀。你還好嗎？
Landry, are you well? You seem distant.
I'm fine. Only a little tired, but well enough. Shall we look at the map?
Not until you tell me what is wrong.
我係咪要溝
Oh, I
佢？
think I have. I feel somewhat...
傻，點解佢會係咁
Landry,
喐
are
嘅？
you well? You seem
so sorry.
distant.
I'm fine. Only a little tired, but well enough.
Not until you tell me what is wrong.
Oh, I think I have. I feel somewhat trapped. In this room, in this settlement, in this life.
咩意思
I？cannot help you with your life just now, but I can get you out of
我
this
可以
room.
帶你離開呢
What
個
do you
人
say?
生咯。
I don't
殺
know.
咗你。
There is much work to be done.
Stop. Forget about alliances and responsibility for just a few hours.
佢仲
We
勤力
could take
過
a
我哋阿
ride
哥
to
係咪
Grandbridge or somewhere nearby for a
劍
change of
橋好
pace.
近嘅咩？我唔記得
That
咗。
sounds lovely. And
Saya.
too far to consider just now. But thank you, Eivor. Maybe another time. Now, what was it you needed?
我哋去啦。
Randvi, take a break. Let us make for Grantebridgeshire and get you out of this musty room.
Do you mean now? Right now?
係啊。
Of course. You said you were tired of all this, so why not stretch your legs and fill your lungs?
I did ask, didn't I? You're right. Lead the way, Eivor.
哦，我哋溝佢
Follow
入邊。
me.
好啊，咁我哋呢一集就喺度完啦。我哋下一集先去同佢去拍拖，因為我好想獨立一集啊，即係同佢嘅相處。咁好啊，我哋下一集見，拜拜。